Welcome to Mom Boss Chronicles, the show that celebrates the incredible journey of mom bosses who are conquering the world of business and motherhood. We are your hosts, Jen,
Danielle,
and Sue.
Make sure to like and subscribe and share with your mom friends today.
Welcome back to Mom Boss Chronicles. We are very excited today to have a friend, Stephanie Mahoney of Steph Mahoney Style on, and she's going to talk to us today about her business that you have started recently, and it seems to be flourishing. I love the content you're putting on social media, and I think I can speak for us all when we say we need all the help we can get to help us, look and feel our best every day. So just curious how you got into, what you're doing, and if you could tell us a little bit more about what you're
thank
up
you
to.
for having me first.
Thank you for
coming. So to start, basically I've been working in e-commerce for the last 16 years. What I've been doing is merchandising, buying, but a lot of it is styling. So I worked in swimwear for 5 years. Then I worked in dresses, special occasions. So prom, bridesmaids, bridal, all that fun stuff. That was like 10 years. But then the pandemic came. That obviously ended. We all lost our jobs during then. And then I ended up in home textiles. But throughout all 16 years, I've been styling for companies' websites. So like how to make their brand look the best it can be online. So through it all, I've always been styling. And then actually in 2019, right before the pandemic, I was like, you know what, I'm going to start something on the side. I had one kid at the time, was working in fashion in Manhattan, was commuting half of my life.
every day.
Right, but that's where I'm sitting on the bus. Like, that's where your greatest ideas are. Sitting in so much traffic. I'm like, I'm going to just start something on the side. Let's just see. Like, very low expectations. And I got a few clients. I started my social media. I got business cards. I built a website. I really got into it. Then the pandemic comes. And everything just done. So at the time, I was going into people's homes, helping them with their wardrobe, doing personal styling. Yeah. So now, due to COVID, nobody wants you in their house.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Nobody's going anywhere. So why they don't need me for clothes? All they need is sweatpants.
That was a weird
Nobody's
year.
going to pay me to pick them out sweatpants.
Right.
Yeah.
So it kind of, all of a sudden, literally March 18th, done. Like I stopped posting. There was I couldn't even create content because what am I creating?
Right. Yeah.
So I was devastated, but I'm like, you know what? It wasn't meant to be, right? So I get a new job in home textiles and I'm back to styling, but now we're styling like bath towels and beds and kitchen towels. It was like so far from what I was used to.
Yeah.
But I do love home decor also. So I found myself like my little niche. Then come November, I got laid off.
No.
Yes.
This past November.
Yes. Yeah. My company was doing layoffs because home textiles is struggling.
Yeah.
Some of our biggest people were Bed Bath & Beyond, Christmas Tree Shop.
Wow.
So they all closed down. So I lose my job. And my best friend from college called me just to check in. She's like, do you want me to get in the car? I'll come to your house right now. Make sure you're okay. I'm like, no, I'm fine, blah, blah, blah. She's like, why don't you bring back Steph Mahoney Style? And I laughed at her. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. Now I have 2 kids. I don't know how I would do that.
Tell everyone how old your children are.
My son is 5 and my daughter is 18 months. Little.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. And then I hung up the phone with her. I'm like, why not? I'm collecting unemployment. Let me just try it again. Yeah. So that was when I started in November and I went full, I really went
excited.
From 0 to 100. And now it's so much better because 2 reasons. One, I have a little bit more time to focus on it because I'm not working full time. And 2, I just feel like I know what I'm doing now. And things are so different now. It was hard to launch it during that time.
Totally.
Now people are back to work. And half of my clients, the reason they're hiring me is because they're like, I don't know how to dress anymore.
They want to look cute, right?
I'm finally going back to an office after being home for 4 years. Right. Or I just had another baby and my body is not what it used to be. Help me. Yeah. So there's so many different areas that I feel like are in need of help. And I think once I became a mom, it was really once I became a mom of 2 that I'm like, oh my God, these women really do need my help. And it's something that I'm good at. It's something that I love. So let's connect all of them and do something fun. So that's kind of how it started.
I love it.
It started, it paused, and now it started
and
again.
That's the thing is everything, nothing's linear.
No.
And that's the thing is being able to be resilient and
roll with it.
Roll with it.
And
Yeah,
roll with it.
sure. I mean,
and
the pandemic created some really crazy situations for everybody, but I think it also helped a lot of people recognize their passions and really bring that,
it's
piece
so
out
true
for them.
Yeah. And it's funny because so many areas post-pandemic are where I'm getting hired for. People are now going back on vacation.
Yes.
So like my client this week, she hired me to help her. She's a mom of 2. She's breastfeeding. She needs breastfeeding friendly clothes to go on vacation in a body that she's not really quite, her baby's 7 months.
But she wants to look good.
She wants to look good. And she's like, Steph, I don't even know what's in the stores. Like they don't have the time.
Right.
A lot of it's not they don't have the knowledge. It's just the time. So
and I feel like lately the stores, even when you go in, they don't have your sizes or what you're looking for.
It's like, what stores even, right?
Right. What stores? And then I find, I'm approaching 40. I walk into some of these stores. I'm like, I can't wear that. Like, it's a crop top or it's low-rise jeans. Like that trend's got to go. Unless you're under 22, like nobody, like, it's hard, right? So a lot of people are very overwhelmed by what they're selling in the store, and how do you navigate through those, stay away from those trends that are just not good for most people, but they're in your face all the time. The tight-fitted, like everything, it's hard. So now that I'm a mom, I'm like, okay, I've seen the work full-time, have kids, you have no time to get yourself dressed or shop or even know what's trendy. Then I have now I'm at home more with 2 kids. Like I've seen every area of all that these people need help with. It's like, I get it. It's relatable. I'm relatable to you. I'm not 22. Nobody's going to listen to a 25-year-old talk about style. So I feel like a lot of that is kind of like why I'm so passionate about it is I am you. Like I've had 2 babies. I've worked. A lot of people need help with their work wardrobe. So that's kind of like...
That's like what I remember most about going back to work, because I worked in corporate too. In
Dreading
the
the picking outfit.
Yes, because my body was, like not what it was prior to, and like I was like, should I still wear my maternity? Like I just would have benefited from someone coming in and guiding, and like, hey, let's talk about what you have. Let's see what we can work with. Let's, otherwise, let's go figure out some other stuff. Like, because listen, at the end of the day, we're so hard on ourselves, right? And like, especially after babies, I don't know why we do this, but we do. We're like, oh, our body's but you built up.
I know.
Baby.
It was a miracle.
So like, have someone come and help just changes your whole mindset, because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good, and it's like so mental.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm in that exact phase. Like I haven't really lost the baby weight from my daughter. So it's like you don't want to go buy a whole new wardrobe, right? Because you're a couple pounds bigger than you were. So you kind of need some like transitional pieces that will help you get through. But some of my clients are like, I have half of my closet is clothes that don't fit me because I'm determined to lose those 10 pounds. And that's great. And I love that you have that inspiration. But like, let's not put them in your face all day.
I know.
Let's get them to the side. Like if you get there, that's great. But sometimes you might not get there. So let's work on like, what can we work with now? So the work wardrobe is huge, because people, I think like, especially if you have to get dressed up, like that like dressy.
I don't. What does dress up mean anymore? Right.
Well, now the work wardrobe is like the trend, right? So these trousers, these oversized blazers.
Oh yeah, the oversized blazers. I see a lot of those.
So like it's crazy that the area that most people stress about is what's
popular,
really on trend right now.
And it's funny because like 2010 millennials, I feel like we were wearing business wear to clubs.
I definitely always pencil skirts.
Right. Like, and pencil skirts are like back in better than ever. Just like
That's so.
And it's like it's hard because trends change so quickly, so often. And it's like the denim styles. That's where a client I had last week, she's so overwhelmed by jeans. She's in her 50s. She's got multiple kids that are teenagers. She's like, I can't wear these low rise, wide leg ripped jeans. And I'm like,
and skinny's out.
Skinny's out. But if it
skinny will never be out.
I'm not letting my skinnies go.
You should never be out.
At the end of the day, you have to wear what like fits your body, what makes you feel good.
I'm rocking my skinny jeans today.
I mean? So
I rock them till the day I die.
So don't listen to these young tweens telling you. You gotta like stick with what you
feel comfortable with, right?
It's very important because you can wear these trends, but if you feel
not appropriate,
age appropriate.
So there's a lot, and I'm trying to help women, especially the postpartum and maternity area, because maternity clothing is so horrendous.
Oh my gosh, yes.
God.
It is.
Yeah.
It like pains my soul.
And it's such a short term too.
It's such a short term, especially if it's your first. You really aren't wearing maternity until you're like 5-ish months.
Yeah.
So like that area, it's like, let's build you a little wardrobe, because then chances are you're going to wear those clothes right after you have your baby, because you're not going back into those skinny jeans right away. So you need like a little transitional wardrobe. So that's also an area that I'm like trying to really tap into. So
That's cool.
Because it's the areas that like some people don't realize they need help.
I know.
Well, and I
It's
think
the
that
hardest
too,
part.
like focusing on that aspect, like we've talked about like postpartum, right?
Yeah.
Like postpartum depression. And I mean, there's so much going on. And like, like add that as a layer to like, come in and help me feel better.
Yeah. To get out of your funk.
Well, it's not just like vanity.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Somebody just said to me the other day, you should offer like a service where like, maybe not like right away, like, you know, when you come home with a baby, you're super overwhelmed. But like a couple weeks later, like I come to your house with like some clothes. That will make
or like
you
a
feel
gift.
That's
Like
a
I
great
can
gift.
gift it to
Yes.
your
Yes.
mom.
God, gifting it. That's such a great
You know,
idea.
a lot of people I know, I actually struggled from postpartum depression with my first, so I did not have any visitors for months.
Really?
Yeah, but my second, people were in and out right away because it was a totally different. And people would bring the baby gifts, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know this the first time around. So now I'm like, oh, well, what if you bring something for baby, but you also bring something for mom?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's like an idea I have in the
I like
background.
that.
Or like
like
as a
that.
baby shower gift, you can
Yeah.
create like packages for people to
Maternity
gift,
style or
right?
after
Like like a sort of like a gift card, but different tiers of like something you would get. That's such a good idea.
I know there's it, and it's funny because it's such like a niche, but there's so many ways to expand this niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, "Oh, you should offer a subscription." Like somebody hires you like 4 times a year, because now these rental services. I don't know if you guys do any of them.
I've used
Like
Rent the
Stitch
Runway
Box
a lot.
or
Yeah, like Stitch Fix is one. I've actually never used. I do Newly. I don't know if you know anything about. Oh, they're great. You pick 6 items. You pick. So like Stitch Fix, I think they pick for you.
based on like questions you
Yes,
answer.
but
Yeah.
Newly, you pick yourself.
Okay.
It's great, and you can try things that like you wouldn't want to invest in. Right. So it's a
Right.
good way to like try these trends or
Right.
you know, step outside your comfort zone. So that's like kind of the mentality that a lot of people have right now when it comes to fashion. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a subscription. Like you get me,
Yes.
you know, spring. And that's to me, aside from this business, going from winter to spring,
Yes.
it's the most stressful.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I can't. That's why I hate Easter, because like nobody looks good on Easter because
It's either cold or hot or I don't know.
freezing.
Yeah.
do I wear bright colors?
Yeah.
Right. Like you don't want to wear black on Easter, but it's like you don't look good in the pastels that they're showing in the
Or
store.
purple. Yeah.
So white.
It's hard. I know. So it's got some challenges, but it's so fun, and it's literally what I love to do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how to make this like my career.
Yeah.
It's also hard when you're starting a new business.
Of
They say
course.
it takes like 1 to 3 years to be like truly
know.
successful.
Yeah. What about doing like maybe as part of it, I don't know your feelings on this, but I feel like you'd be you know, I've known you for about 20 minutes, but I feel like you'd be good at this. Like sort of the influencer side, like post things on your story that like to give people ideas. Like I follow so many people because it's so helpful to see it on
Their body.
someone.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing lately. If you follow me, like the other day, I posted a whole outfit
Like
and
inspiration?
I linked things. Yeah,
I love that.
And I kind of go for that, like, you know, I want to help everybody, but especially moms, because they're the ones that don't have the time. They don't have the confidence.
Yeah.
So like that's like my perfect.
I love that.
And I feel like as a mom and a new mom, you're such brain fog. Like brain,
You
like
really are. You're
everything's
so
with the
tired.
baby. You're like, oh, I have to think for myself.
Right. So I'm kind of like the other day I posted like an outfit that like you can wear it to drop off your kids at school. You can also wear it to go get coffee with friends. You could also wear it to go grab dinner with coworkers. Like
It was
how to
like
be
the
versatile.
The day to nightwear that we used to
Kind
in our
of,
early
but
20s.
also like in the mom world, like nobody wants to see these crop tops and little rise jeans. They want to see things that they genuinely. So to your point, I am definitely, you know, sharing more outfits with links. But the problem with that is like you need to buy all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like that balance of I can't go broke buying all these clothes to talk about. I'm hopefully going to get to the point where, you know, you can get like a approved to be an affiliate.
Yes, yeah.
But again, it's based on
Hopefully,
followers.
everyone's gonna watch this podcast.
Yes, and go.
Right?
Yes. So like, but that is definitely, and it's so funny because so many people are like, "Oh, are you trying to be an influencer?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to like build a client."
Right.
Yeah.
build a business,
I'm not like, again, I'm also that tired mom that doesn't love my body. So like, even when I try to post content, like the other day, I wanted to do I really want to do reels about like this, this piece of clothing in your wardrobe, how to wear it 5 times.
I love that.
cool.
Like things
like
that
recycle things.
Right,
Yeah.
like different
really
outfits.
And I put this up and I was like, oh God, I look like God. I can't do this. And I took it off.
You weren't
and then
feeling
I was
it.
like, maybe we'll try tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
So, because like I have those same insecurities.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Isn't it funny? That happens to me sometimes too. I'll put something on, I'm like, I hate it. And
but
then
you put
weeks-
it on 5
yeah.
days later, you're like, oh, I love
love-
this.
Well,
It depends on your
where you
mood.
are in your cycle.
100%.
Where's the sun hanging?
Yes.
in the sky that
Correct.
day?
How's my hair look?
Right.
How's your hair looking?
Yeah.
It's so, but like really the versatile functional wardrobe. Nobody wants to hear about something you're going to wear one time. But
Yeah.
so hopefully I'll get to that
Yeah,
point
that's
because that
cool.
is huge too. And then, these people are making money off of linking these pieces.
I think a lot of the
a small
time,
income right
It
there.
is.
Yes,
For
that's
sure.
that's what I meant, and I
Yes.
think a lot of the time they're buying it, filming, and returning it. Like that, they say that. That's what they're doing.
Right. The
yeah.
catch there is though, Amazon can eventually block you.
Oh,
from
if you do too much?
Yes. So I have that in the back of my mind because
Right.
I'm like, no. Amazon is my life between my son, my
yeah.
daughter,
Yeah.
me.
And I like Amazon fashion. Some of the stuff they have,
I
I'm
know.
like, wow,
I buy
shit.
everything from Amazon.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to like walk a fine line.
Yes.
I don't want
At the
to.
goal. Yeah.
Dev, my husband would kill me if I got banned from Amazon. Like, it's so
Need
convenient.
an
So,
alias.
but I have heard that people are, if
Yeah.
you're just buying in return, because then you're linking it, and I don't know how much Amazon can see. If
Yeah.
then you're returning it. So
I don't know why they should have that be like a thing. If
They
you're,
should.
because
They
you're
should be
helping them at the end of the
right.
day.
But they don't need the help is the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Other companies, yes.
Right.
Like I've been reached out by multiple smaller brands.
Yeah.
Like if I send you this free, the one guy was like, it was like, these graphic t-shirts. If I send you this free shirt, can you post about it? Like that's a different story.
Yeah.
Amazon does not need
Yeah.
style.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but that is a great idea. Like here's like you get like a few things each month that
Yeah.
I love that.
Right.
But
Are there a few favorite things that you're loving right now? That
oh gosh, on Amazon or just in general?
Closets, yeah, in our like.
Oh, good question.
I know you look so cute.
Yeah.
I do have one. I actually posted about it a few weeks ago. It is a jogger set off of Amazon, and it comes in like 15 colors. And it is.
Is it comfortable?
Yes, it's like ribbed. Oh, no, it's not ribbed. It's kind of ribbed like this.
Yeah.
And it's like a half zip with like a. Oh my God.
I gotta check it out.
I'll send you the link. So like that's like, and again, right now I'm home, right? My kids go to school. My daughter's home with me 2 days a week. So like I need, which is kind of another area, like you need your like everyday home uniforms,
Yes.
right? When you're
I have mom uniform.
Your
mom uniforms. But your mom uniforms don't have to be these
like frumpy.
frumpy, ill-fitted sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Leisure activewear is like so hot right now.
Which I
Yes, it
love.
really is.
And you don't need to spend a lot of money.
Yes.
Old Navy's
Looking cute.
activewear is
I know, good, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Go there.
You have to go there.
The-
Or
yeah.
don't even go, just go online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But like
Well, like go there.
I think some people, and that's another misconception. I think people have like, oh, I'm going to hire a stylist. She's going to send me all these
High end.
high-end center.
Yeah.
No. Most of my clients are
Right.
like, no, stick to Target, stick
Yes.
to Navy. Like
Yeah.
you can have a very trendy, functional wardrobe, and you
Right.
don't have to.
That looks good, right?
Looks good.
I mean, I love
If you
Target
do
clothes
it,
too.
have that kind of money. I just feel like for the most part, the trends change.
Yeah.
Our style changes.
style
Like why are you
changes.
spending unless it's a statement piece, right? Like a special
Right.
blazer or
Yeah.
like
A pair of
certain-
jeans,
Right,
Even
that,
that's
like-
tricky. 'Cause
yeah.
you're-
Or raincoat that's like
Yeah.
really,
Yes.
that's something that's really
Right.
cool.
Give me
Yeah.
all your Target. And
Yes, but like oh my God. So that's one of my favorites. I'm trying to think.
So I know Steph through my friend Steph, and she posted. I think it was like the Costco. Was it Costco sweatshirt?
I have
You
a
know,
Costco-
that's my highest
I have a Costco
viewing
sweatshirt. The Lululemon dupe. I have 2 of those.
That's another area I'm trying to, but again, you need to, you
Yeah.
have to own these items, but
Yep.
these dupes, it
Yeah.
is like,
Oh, yeah.
people are fixated. Like the free people dupes.
Yeah.
But this Costco sweatshirt, my husband, right, he tags me in a reel. And he goes, I feel like you would love this. So I click on it. I'm like, oh my God, yes, order me one. But it was like right as like there was a huge TikTok about it.
Yep.
So he's like, they only have like whatever size. It wasn't my size. I said, just order it. I just want it so badly. I don't care if it's big.
Yeah.
So it comes and I, create a reel because the real Lululemon one was at least $120.
Right.
And this one from Costco was like $8.99.
Oh my
I
God.
have 2 of them.
Was it awesome?
Did you get it?
Yeah, I have 2 of them.
Which colors do you have?
I have
like, I'm gonna jack
light
you for
blue,
it.
light blue, and
was
like
the only
the
one left.
seafoam green.
That's the one I wanted.
Yeah, and then I got like 3 pairs of the
That's a whole nother niche.
the
I need to
leggings,
be
yeah.
like an active. I mean, we shop at Costco, but like these moms want to know what they can get at
there,
Costco
right.
that's trendy.
And
That they're there
yes.
shopping already with their.
I saw
screaming
it
kids
from
in
one
a-
of the influencers I follow. So see, this
That's
is
awesome.
what you got to do.
So that was so I made a cute little reel about it.
Right.
It was my highest
That's
viewed
so
reel.
cute.
And I'm like,
right?
And I love that your husband's supportive. He's,
Yes,
Yeah.
he was all about it.
That's
So,
awesome.
He loves Costco. He comes home and he's like, "Do you like my pants?" Stop it. We're definitely 40 now because we've been shopping.
yeah.
But it's so true. They have cute stuff.
They do. It's wild.
Grabbing your kids' chicken nuggets, grab those pants.
Go shopping.
I'll appreciate anything you can highlight because, like, honest, I personally don't have the patience to sift through any of the stuff there because
No, and it's in
Costco overwhelms
piles.
me
Yes.
big time. So I used to try that again.
I don't
so like,
blame
yeah,
you.
keep me posted.
I
like,
will.
on others.
I will. And it's so funny. I would have never known that. I mean, I eventually would have seen it
Of course.
on because that's like half the time I'm like, oh, what are people talking about? Because like, you want to be like, and by the time it's already talked about
They're
for
sold
weeks,
out.
you're like,
Right.
sold
Yes.
out. So it's like, what am I going to talk about
Yeah.
this for?
Yeah.
So finding dupes of things that are expensive that people could get for like half the price and then but then it's more than that. It's okay, you're telling me to buy this, but then what do I put with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How
It's
do I
like a
wear
whole-
it?
Yeah.
Some of my clients are like, I love the stuff. Now can you come to my house and show me how to wear
Yeah.
it? So I'm like, all right.
Right.
So I don't
A
look
lot of it's like
ridiculous.
Incredible.
they have a lot in their closet. They just don't know how to pair
together,
things together.
right.
They don't know what's cool. They don't know what's
Would you recommend keeping things from your closet if it's like still in good quality?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do one of the packages that I offer is a closet edit.
Yeah.
So I come for 2 hours to your house. So I have one on Friday.
That's awesome.
And this woman, she was like, I'm going to warn you, I have a massive closet. Like I have a lot of clothes. She goes, but I probably wear the same 10 things.
Isn't that funny? Everybody does it. Yeah.
Yeah, you only wear 20% of your
Yeah.
wardrobe.
Yeah.
That's
But you
like
have,
a
I was like,
legit
when you tell your husband, I have nothing to wear, it's like,
you have nothing to wear.
Yeah.
You have a whole closet, but you're not wearing
Yeah.
most of it. So what I kind of do, like what I'll do with her is we'll go through, she shows me things she absolutely loves. She shows me things that have been hanging there for, if it's hanging there for a year and you haven't worn it, it's got to go.
Like it's
And it
not
doesn't have to
resonating with you.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that scares people.
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to get rid of this. And some people hold on to pieces of clothing. I'm not one of these people, but like,
Not
oh,
either.
well, I
Yeah.
wore this the day I got engaged.
Aw.
Right.
But now it's 10 years later,
Right.
you've got 4 kids, you're not putting on that little white dress anymore. Like,
Right.
what are we holding on
That's
to?
me.
So let's put it in a bin.
Yep.
Doesn't need to be hanging in your
Yeah.
closet. So to your question, I don't think people should get rid of things that they genuinely love or if they're going to wear it.
And
But
I
if
love
it's
to
just
hear that
gonna
because I
hang
have
there-
gotten rid of stuff from a couple years ago, and
then you
looked
regret
for
it.
and I'm like, where did that?
I know.
Probably got rid of it, but it'd be cute now.
Yeah.
So just if you have this storage space,
Right.
some
Yeah.
people don't. Like I'm a big fan, and I also put clothes in my closet that are seasonal. So like my sweaters are about to leave
Yes.
and go into the attic
I love
with my
that.
boots because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's just cluttering
feels
your.
nice. Yeah. I should really start doing
Because
that.
I
also
should
remember
too.
for your mental health and your stress,
Yeah.
decluttering your closet.
Yeah.
There is something same reason why they say to make.
And then
it
when you
better,
like
which
take it
I
out
still
again,
don't
it's
do.
probably exciting.
That's one thing I do. It's like
it?
the only thing. I make my bed every morning.
That's awesome.
I don't know what my deal is, but they say do it. So
I
like
have
to that
to. It
point,
drives me crazy if I don't.
put things in bins under your bed in your attic, and then you have it.
And then you get excited when you see it again,
But
right?
if you go
Yeah,
up
that's
there
cool.
2 years later, like, oh my God, I forgot I had this dress, get
Yeah.
rid of it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
chances are, but there are some pieces that really can carry you for
Right.
years. Things like don't go out of style. Like
Yeah.
jackets, a lot of jackets,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
and once you get rid of it, you're like, oh, I should have kept that.
Uh-huh.
It's the ones that you're holding on to because, and I'm also a, I do this also like, oh, I'm going to like lose 20 more pounds. But like, chances are you're not going to like that by the time you
Right.
lose
I
that.
mean,
So,
true.
and it's
And then if you lose 20 pounds or significant
feel
amount of weight,
different,
you're going to
right.
be like,
Yes.
I'm buying new clothes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
treating
So-
myself.
yeah, I think it's all in getting rid of things that you genuinely don't wear, or if they're really like outdated. But other things, hold on to them. You
Yeah.
just never know.
There's a content creator, and she's really funny. She talks about like what millennials used to wear in 2008, 9, and like 2010. And people are like, "How did you keep all this?" And she's like, "I just did." But it's awesome for her content right now because she'll like whip out like the platform shoes that everybody was wearing,
and everything comes back.
And the statement
even my mom's like, "I wore those in the 70s."
Isn't that funny?
Now they're back. So like holding on, and my friends from home, we always laugh like, "Could this is like back in now? Like we should have just held on to these."
Yeah,
but.
Yes.
I mean, nobody has the space for all.
I know, or the mental space. Yeah.
No.
Well, I think in some trends too. You at the time you're like this will never cut back again.
Yeah,
you know? And
but
you're
a
like,
lot of times
surprise.
You would be amazed.
The big belts.
Right.
Yeah.
Bell bottoms.
Yeah.
A lot comes back.
I feel like the belts are coming back. I've been seeing a lot of those.
A lot of belts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vests, right?
Vest, especially like sweater vests,
Sweater
long
vest.
button vest.
I love the denim
that like
vest.
grandpa cardigan.
Yes.
Oversized.
Yeah.
A lot of like masculine styles.
Oh, I love that.
are also-
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the trousers. Yeah.
The trousers,
Yeah.
the sneakers, or then you dress them
Yes.
up if you like. That's like again, that's like an example of like a piece that I would highly encourage because you can wear it with sneakers.
Yeah.
Then you can dress it up if you're going out. Like nobody wants a work wardrobe, a play with my
Right.
kids wardrobe, and like I go out with my friend. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no need to
no,
anymore
right.
because things can really cross over. Yeah. You can really wear
Right.
something during the day and then just switch out something really quickly in your shoes and go out.
That's awesome.
Because that's a lot of my clients are like, well, like I'm busy all day with my kids or I'm working and then I'm running out to go grab a drink with a friend.
Right.
And I don't want to like reinvent the wheel.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you don't have to. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Gotta
It's
make
all
this,
about
that.
the lack of time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
Efficiency. Yeah.
So true.
So
Yeah.
since you've been focusing on this, your business
Yeah.
and you're having autonomy to be home with the kids or be more available, like
Yes.
has that been nice too?
Yes, because
Yeah.
I've always been a working mom.
Yes.
And I worked for most of my
especially, like, going in
son's
the
life.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tough.
I was commuting to Times Square 5 days.
Wow.
Yes. And
That
like,
must have been grueling.
would rush home and just to like kiss him on the forehead.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was hard.
And then like put in bed.
But
right?
like I
Yeah.
loved my job,
Yeah.
right? I loved the people I worked with. So like at the time you don't really realize it until you've stepped
it,
away
yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
So then the pandemic, as devastated as I was, it got me to the new job that I had.
Right.
And then I fell in love with those people
Yeah.
and that job. And then I was close to home because it was in New Jersey. And I'm like, oh, now like this is nice. Like, yeah, you miss like the hustle bustle
Right.
of Times Square, but you're close to home. And I became the mom that the daycare is calling. You have to come pick them up. Great, I'll be
Up
there
here,
in 20
yeah.
minutes
Right,
versus, oh gosh, there's no bus
There's a
running
two-
right now.
yeah, or
Let me
it's even
Uber
two,
to
right.
Secaucus and then let me get on
Run
like,
over,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It just makes motherhood a little bit easier. So now not having that job,
Yeah.
I'm really available to them. So like I go pick them up early. It's really nice
Yeah.
to have. I may never have it again. So I'm kind of in that like, let me enjoy it
Yes.
as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because they're so little for so long.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going by really quick.
It does fly.
It
Yeah.
does. It's
It really
weird.
does. So yeah, it's good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good part of it. And like, again, the universe works in mysterious
I know.
ways. And like, it looks like you're navigating it really well and you're following your passion. And then you said too, you have a lot of background in home decor
I do.
as well. So
How awesome.
So that was another thing I started. It wasn't originally part of when I launched in 2019, but because I love styling, not like interior design. Like I wouldn't come in and like tell you what cabinets to buy,
Right.
but like I had a client. She was having this like awesome holiday party. It's like her thing. So she hired me to come style her
so
house
fun.
for the holidays.
So fun.
Yeah. So like that stuff.
For like Christmas?
Yeah.
How fun.
It was fun. So like, simple things like, and then I just did a master bedroom, like revamp.
That
She
is
wanted like
amazing.
a whole new, so like things like that. So now I've added that as a little package.
That is
So
awesome.
much fun.
Yeah, because that's what I was doing for the last
Right.
4 years with the home textiles.
Right.
Like we shot product every couple months, and it was like setting up table scenes with like runners and tablecloths and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm like, all right, well that's another little area. You can always expand
It's
a little.
gonna. I
Who
think
knows what's coming.
organically it'll just keep growing,
Definitely.
right? The more
Evolving.
people see
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and the more they're like, well, if you could do this, I'm sure you could probably
could
help
do
me out with
that.
this, and
Yep.
like, and
Right.
it'll just keep
So
going
do
from
you
there.
work throughout New Jersey? Like what's your primary?
Yeah, so I'm basically all, New Jersey for sure. I had one client in New York, and I had one client in Philly. So
wow, yeah.
And a lot of what I do is also virtual.
I was like, can you help somebody virtual?
Yeah, that's awesome. One of my. So the client I had this week with the vacation package, we basically had a Zoom call. We went through everything she was looking for, and then I basically create this like visual packet, picture like a Pinterest board, but by outfits, not just pieces. Because really, at the end of the day, I can say, yeah, buy this jean jacket, but like, what am I wearing?
Right.
So like,
and then what?
Yeah.
So I create this packet. It's all by outfit, and I break it down into like, she wanted outfits for dinner, she wanted outfits for hiking, she wanted bathing suits and cover up. She wanted like multiple categories, and it's all
That's amazing.
yeah. And then it goes to her, and we talked today, and she's like, I already ordered.
Yay.
60% of like, because at the end of the time, it's time, right?
Yeah.
So these people are like, I don't want you necessarily to come to my house.
Right.
If I'm not going through their closet with them,
Yeah.
they're like, I need X, Y, and Z, and I need it now.
Yeah.
We're like very limited for time these days. So however I can deliver what
And
they
I guess,
need.
can you help people with special events too if they're going to like a wedding or?
So one of them
yeah.
is like occasion style.
That's awesome.
So like you need, because we know weddings are.
I know, like, what do people wear anymore?
I don't know.
And it also
haven't
depends
really-
on the wedding. Where is
It
the wedding?
Yes.
So wedding.
Is it outside? Is it inside?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Is it in the woods? Yeah.
baby showers, bridal showers, honeymoons, like all that kind of stuff. Like any sort of life events. Yeah. That seems to be the least like popular category, but it's there so that, people, especially like my mom's group of friends, they're always struggling with like their kids are getting married.
What do
Like
what to
the
wear?
women in like their 50s and their 60s that like really, if you don't have a daughter that's helping you,
right.
pick out things, I'm like a huge help to my mom.
Yeah.
Because she, that age range is kind of like, you have the women that just had babies that are very self-conscious about their body. But then you have like the moms and the grandmas that like aren't getting dressed up all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
They also don't have the confidence.
Yeah.
And their bodies have
And
changed.
their bodies have
Right.
changed.
Yeah.
And they're struggling even more with competing against these trends. My mom's
Yes.
like, what's going on in the stores? I'm freaking out. I don't know so you know what I mean? Like any age range
Right.
Has challenges.
has challenges.
Yeah.
I wonder about like maybe partnering with someone, like maybe a photographer, and like when they're working with families, and families always want the cute
my
matching
gosh,
outfits.
I did a
Like,
post actually. That's so funny you said that because my friends from home also encouraged me. They were like, "Why don't you do like like when it's Christmas time, like
What to wear?
I know because I'm them. Like I don't get as crazy as some people do, but like I wanted us all to have like clothing that was
Coordinating.
coordinated.
Yeah.
And these moms, they're so stressed about just getting their kids to sit still to get a picture. They don't want to worry about so that's an area. But I had launched again like right after Thanksgiving last year, so I think I missed that that niche of the
That's pretty
people
cool.
shoot their holiday
Yeah.
cards.
and
Really,
then
like in the
spring and
fall.
summer, I feel like people always do like fun photo shoots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was one, and even like family photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see if next year.
I love that
kind
as an
of-
idea.
Yeah.
I always try, every time we do family pictures, I'm like, I want us
It's
to like
hard.
match, but not match.
But not match, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So that is definitely an area. I just think I didn't get there in time last year, but I
year,
think Christmas cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like a good little niche too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something you have to start in like August because
I
people
know.
are like
'Cause really
all
they
over
take
that,
advantage
right?
of the fall.
Yeah.
That's what most people do, or the summer. Really, some people are like,
Yeah.
if they're doing family photos,
Right.
they're using it for a Christmas
Yes.
card.
Yeah.
That's another area of
Yeah.
so many different possibilities of why someone would hire.
Yes.
So true.
You know what I mean?
Right. So it's like it's nichey, but the possibilities really are kind of are endless.
Yeah.
yes.
You know?
And so many
Because you're
people are like,
creative.
yeah, that's like
Yes.
my superpower. I feel like because I've been doing it for so long.
Right.
And it's so funny because when I started out, I was in swimwear, and half of my job was like measuring the models. Like I was first job out of college. I was like measuring the models at model castings. And then I was picking out the swimsuit that they were going to wear. And then I would fly to Miami and be on a beach
How fun.
in like gusting wind,
sounds
styling
awful.
these women in bathing suits. That was like my first job.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
It was like yeah.
And
Did
like
you went to fashion school?
No.
Oh, okay.
wow.
I did not. I went for journalism actually.
And then got into this world
Yes.
by
I went to
chance.
journalism because I was going to be a writer. I wanted to work for a magazine. And then I interned in the city right out of college at like a PR firm. And I was like, I hate this. I don't like this. I love to write, but I just didn't like that industry.
Yeah.
But ironically, one of the clients at the PR firm that I worked at was David's Bridal.
Oh, wow.
So, and then there was oh my God, I can't remember the name of them. They were like a lingerie company. So I was focusing more on that side. So I'm like, okay, I like that side of where I am right now. So then I went into swimwear. And then I went into, ironically, the special occasion dresses.
So funny.
It's so funny how I started and how
how it all works.
how you got here. But through every single job, I've styled.
It's wild.
It was your calling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm like, all right, let's do this full time.
Yes, I think it's such a great little niche.
Me too.
Thank you.
Moms helping moms look good.
Yeah.
Moms.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I know. Somebody would just ask me, are you going to do men's? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I don't really know what's.
Listen, if you
in
decide,
for
if your business
men.
grew and you wanted
Yeah.
to scale and include that, then you can hire
Yeah.
I feel like they can have it easier. They can wear a t-shirt.
They do, and I don't know if they care as much.
No.
And they certainly don't have the insecurities or the body changes.
No.
It's their wife being like, you need new clothes.
Right.
How many
Yeah.
trends do I feel like men's go through? Like women's trends change a lot.
Right.
Do men's trends really move that much? Like,
It's so easy to be a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many different
sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sneakers,
Yeah.
jeans, but no.
Baseball cap.
It's just
Yeah.
an easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Easier existence to be
Yeah.
a man. Right?
Overall, yes.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you for
on
having
today.
me.
So
Tell
much
everyone
fun.
where they can follow you on Instagram.
So I'm Steph Mahoney Style on Instagram, but the O is a 0.
We're going to link you too, so not to worry.
And then I'm on Facebook, Steph Mahoney Style, and then you can go on to stephmahoneystyle.com and you can see all the services that I offer.
So cool.
I love that you help people with what they already have too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome.
So that's huge too, because I don't
Yeah.
want to be like, oh, by the way, hire me. Oh, and by the way, now you
Spend
have to go
thousands of
spend.
dollars on new
Right.
clothes.
Like,
Yeah.
let's work with what you have.
Yeah.
Let's see what you're missing.
Yeah.
Because chances are it's not that much.
I love that.
And then let's figure out how to pair what you have. And yeah. It's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Awesome.
Love
Thank
it.
you for having me.
Yes,
Thank you
of
so
course.
much.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us.